All right. Cable number 3. Cable number 2, I will not miss thee. Well, what a roller coaster ride. So I managed to find a replacement 3-in-1 cable locally. It was not cheap, but I got it. I'm good. Everything seems to be working fine and dandy. And I actually noticed some subtle differences between my second cable and this cable. So every single one of the cables I've used has been different in some way. And I'm hoping this happens to be the latest revision. So I'll have a spare cable handy, which is nice. But it's kind of a shame that they're not durable enough to hold up to the abuse. And because I changed some stuff around, just let me know if there's audio not coming through or anything like that. I'd turned down a bunch of stuff like the voice and whatnot, but what am I doing? This is long over. I was going to go out to where Sanyel was, and there's not much point in it right now, so I'm going to head back to town and go from there. Okay, so what I was getting at before I got rudely disconnected by my garbage cable. I'm about 2,000 drams short. The goal is, ideally, I make that dram up today. If not, I will borrow that dram and repay. I think what I'm going to do today is probably start with some aberrations. I don't know. I'd like to do aberrations maybe in Lamavora. Not too sure. We'll see. Charlie. What do we got out here? A different heiress?
Are you hey Jeff, are you listening? Are you listening?
Skull.
Hey, Carlos. The other
Oh
guy
yeah,
left,
also,
so it's just us two.
I have a Google site up, so now I can do portals anywhere that I see.
Alright, let's go.
Nice. Be
Hey,
very
can we
careful
just
with that
teleport out?
because you will
Yes.
easily get murdered in like 90% of those places.
Well, hey, Eris.
Oh, hang on a
Okay,
sec,
well,
Iris.
What you
I'll get a
fancy in
step
your
back.
Go ahead.
Okay, we need to go to... The best place to go would be the Guild City or...
Hey, sorry, Iris.
Fort.
I was just in my menus. I accidentally popped it closed.
Maybe we invite those two people.
2 heiresses? Look at this. Hmm.
Well,
Yep.
He's Eris, I'm Iris.
Okay.
Hey, where do we
Oh,
need to
yeah,
go?
no, they're busy. I can guarantee
Okay,
that.
so tag
Thank you, dude.
Catch you around.
No problem.
Okay, so...
I probably should have that
So,
within a
where we need
couple
to go?
days anyways, but
we need
better
to go
safe
to-
than sorry, I guess. You want to do
Don't
some
worry.
some abs?
Not at the moment. I'm probably
Okay.
gonna hang out with a couple people.
Cool.
But I mean, don't worry.
Thank you,
Alright,
Iris.
One
I know
day
we were planning
I
on
shall
leveling,
ask
but-
you for a favor.
Sounds good, man.
Trust me. Okay.
Who's this? Justin. How's it going?
oh.
Hey, dude.
Oh, we made it. Hold on.
Alright.
Abracadabra.
I don't know if I really feel like doing... I could do Tradu mines, I guess. I just don't really feel like doing that right now. So we'll see. All right, so that's awesome. Thank you, Eris, for this. I am good on dram now, and basically what I needed that dram for was a normal stall is a normal stall has like 16 slots in it for you to sell 16 different kinds of items, or if they're non-stackable, 16 separate things, I think. Whereas if you pay double the price of what the bid was, so mine was 5,100, so for 10,200 I can then get double the amount of slots available, which is definitely going to be handy. I've got all kinds of stuff I want to sell, so hopefully that'll be enough slots, and for any of the items I may want to sell, I can actually have a little bit of a variety of inventory. I think it's going to take me a while to get my prices set on all that stuff, and it's going to take me a while to get my prices set, and it's going to take me a while to get my all the items set in there and all that stuff. But that should actually be pretty fun. Going around checking prices and setting prices based off the current market values and stuff. Ideally, what I'd like to do with my stall, since I got it for so cheap, I kind of want to pass that on to other people and drop the prices. I want to tank the market on a lot of stuff, because I think so many things are overpriced. I mean, I don't mind for like regular consumables, like, if the price of a queen's ear is X amount, that's a fair amount that I'm going to go with. Whoa, who are all these people?
During the beta, just wanted to say hello. It's my first time seeing you guys.
Okay, well, I can step out and wait.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't know if okay, yeah. Nice.
But yeah. Anyway, so I don't mind with pricing stuff if it's an average item, for it to just be kind of the standard, because a lot of that stuff is priced pretty reasonable. It's things like potions and some of the like more rare stuff. I think fishing lures would be a good thing to sell. Basically selling the lures, only the lures for specific types of fish, not selling anything else. So I mean, that's not really taking up too many slots. That's like a dozen lures basically, and I think that'll be a pretty interesting kind of marketplace thing, because there doesn't seem to be a lot of people selling pre-made fishing lures. And I know for a lot of the people just kind of getting into the game, they don't even know where to find a lot of the materials you'd need for certain lures. And I mean, you can price them accordingly, but I think people mistake the fact that, like, if it takes you a while to get, say, shiny metal, that doesn't mean your shiny metal lure is worth a shit ton, right? I just have a problem with how highly priced everything is in the game. It kind of makes it so that people don't even really want to buy stuff because of how expensive it is. And the only ones who are ending up buying things are the people who have a shit ton of money from having a stall anyways. So I don't know. I'm just hoping that I make a pretty decent amount of dram, so that I can actually put in a competitive bid to keep a stall next month. But I've got a whole month to make some dram, selling stuff, and even if I don't make a ton, just having a way to get more dram that isn't like super crazy complicated or time consuming is pretty cool. And for all the materials that I don't generally use, it's nice to have a little bit extra money sitting around. I think I might end up doing Tradu just because I'm kind of rolling solo today. I'm gonna send him a message. Should probably enable my voice chat. Bunch of people I don't know whether. Hey, where are you guys at?
I'm about to be by the entrance to the dungeon. I think there were another two who were finishing up a quest, and they were going to head over.
Okay, cool. Are you guys in a Discord, or you just want to use in-game?
I was just going to use in-game unless you think otherwise.
If it's stable, it's fine. Alrighty. Well, it's nice that there's a little bit of a crew put together now for this at least. And all right, we're good to go basically. That's cool. This doesn't look like the bone of a sandworm skull to me. These rings should look a lot more extravagant. Just looks like a piece of shitty iron to me. Hmm. I had a feeling it might disconnect me for that. When you really kind of block the trackers on the headset, it'll disconnect you for I don't know what reason, but it does it. It's kind of annoying. I changed out the face pad today, so I was just adjusting it. What we got over here? Lock. Yeah, the new in-game voice over IP system is constantly making weird, like farting, glitchy noises. Wow. It's funny. I guess I'll go outside and meet them out there. It's kind of weird there hasn't been any like background music playing for a while. I don't know if there is any in there. Oh, I should have brought some fishing lures. I stopped carrying that stuff with me so that I would not like lose it when I'm out in the wilds, but I could be fishing right here. Hey, yo, it's my best friend, X-Slayer. What's up, man? Where is this guy? He said he is just about at the entrance to the dungeon. I got a party I just joined with a bunch of people I've never played with. I think I played with Leith before, but the rest of these guys I haven't played with. Bonnie, Clyde, and Zen6. Bonnie and Clyde? Maybe I played with Zen6 once before. I don't know. I don't think... I want to say I haven't, but maybe. Oh no, it was Mod 6 I played with. I wonder if these guys know each other. Well, I'm gonna go for a stroll since I'm waiting. Do a trick. Oh shit, kickflip. Whoa. There's this Victor Wooten song called Me and My Bass Guitar, where he says, "My name is Vic, and I'm gonna do a little trick. I'm gonna play my guitar without using a pick.
Oh,
It took
damn.
him 20 minutes,
I'm
but-
curious.
And I'm gonna make a riff on that where I go, my name is Aeon, and I'm gonna do a little trick. I'm gonna turn myself into a fish." You didn't see that one coming. No way you coulda. No way, no how. what would be cool on Master Graphics. I don't know what you want from me, X. Where the fuck are these guys, man? Man! You didn't see that coming. There's no fucking way you saw that coming. You're dreaming. You're dreaming. I wish I didn't have to use that thing. Why do I have high latency? What the fuck's up with that? High latency. I'm just walking. Should be no latency. And it's gone. You can have her, man. She's fucking crazy. I used to work with this old guy, and he used to always say, "Fill your boots," every time you'd say you want to do something or whatever. Or you'd be like, "I know a better way of doing this," or something. He'd say, "Fill your boots." And I say to you, X-Slayer, if you want my X, fill your boots. It ain't gonna be a good time. I think I'm gonna take some Rune Mage reagents out of my inventory. There's no sense in me carrying all of them. You don't have boots, and you call yourself a man. Actually, I don't think you do. I've never heard you refer to yourself as a man. Do you feel a very strong connection to that Britney Spears song where she's like, "I'm not a girl, but I'm not yet a woman"? Do you feel that strong connection to that song? All right, now we're talking. I don't know what you can catch in that area, so I don't even know if I should bring anything substantial. You think I can catch minnows in Lamavora? I feel like I might be able to catch minnows in Lamavora. Tongue, tooth, and eyeworm. Let's try it. Tongue, tooth, eyeworm. Most of me says no, it's not gonna work. But a small part of me is like, dude, maybe. What do I want to catch a shit ton of? Catfish, maybe? Fuck, I don't know. Tooth feathers. Do I have minnows? Oh, I need to grab one out of here. This is a completely unconfirmed one. We'll just take those two lures and go out there. Which one do I want to do? Do I want to do... You can't catch cloakfish in Lamivora. Not in the main part of Lamivora. You can in the wilds, but actually, I'm not even sure if you can catch cloakfish in Lamivora wilds. I know you can catch them in the desert, and I know you can catch them in Lucian, but I'm not sure if I've ever actually caught cloakfish in Lamivora. Either way, I'm fishing by the waterfall while I wait for these scrubs. Wait, am I not in a party anymore either? What is going on here? Did I maybe get removed from the party? Alright, well, let's send Mortimer a message then. I've played with this guy before. I think he's a mage. Might also be a scrub, too. Oh, shit. Let's get our best gear on. Because, as you may well be aware, the fish don't fry in the kitchen, and the bees don't burn on the grill. This is my minnow baby right here. I'm gonna take it for a ride. Who's this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Come on. Shipwreck. Let's see if I can catch a minnow while I wait. Ooh, something's on the line. I bet it's something good. I am kind of curious to see if you can catch minnows here, though. Yes, you can. I wish these scrubs wouldn't have left me, That's all I'm saying. Actually, I need to catch a bunch of minnows. Maybe I'll just keep doing this for now.
Hey, on, what's happening?
Not too much, man. Just killing some time, waiting for some kind of a Tradu group to get formed up. I see you got a listing up.
I'm trying to form one. You want to tank?
Yeah, I'll tank for you.
Sweet.
I shouldn't have caught that. Cool. Yeah, I'll just be fishing here for a while, and the other people I know that are online right now are they're all doing other stuff right now, so might be a little bit tricky. We might have to just get some pickup players or whatever.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'm just trying to get what I can. I just want to run something.
I'd maybe make a post in either the unofficial Discord or the Alphabet Discord. Those two are the most active today.
Okay, cool. Just got a post from a level 6 mage, so that's pretty cool.
Sweet. I always wonder whenever I get those ones, I'm like, did they just forget to switch back to their main, or are they serious?
I've done once, but I think I was in my fishing mode. I was like a level 6 fisherman. Alright, sweet. Well, I'm heading in. Thanks, man.
Yeah, just message me on the comm thing whenever we're good to go.
Alright, where are you in? You're in the rain.
I haven't hopped into one yet, but if you hop into one, I'll pop in there as well.
Okay, yeah, I'll just send. All right, good deal. Thanks, man.
Yep. Yeah, what you want to play your Mage X, or what are you gonna do? So I think he's playing Mage as well. We may not want another Mage. Don't you have an alt? I think you have an alt, don't you? Ah, fucker. Shit. With the mage, I saw a post today saying that mage DPS is so much less than ranger DPS now. And I don't know how much truth there is to it, but there was a few people that are high level players kind of confirming it. And I really hope that that's a balance thing that Riley fixes, because if it isn't for specialty stuff like, I don't know, like decurse or whatever, like what would be the benefit of mage then? What the? This new comm system's weird because it doesn't sound like a walkie-talkie, so I can't tell if somebody's talking behind me or if they're like talking over the comms. I miss the walkie-talkie sound. But sorry, to answer your question, X, if you want to get in here, we could probably do it. We'll need to get a healer first, and if we can get a ranger over another mage, I'd prefer that just for the extra DPS. But we'll see if he can track anyone down. I think the biggest issue with all these like different fellowships and whatnot is how fragmented it's made the entire community. It's so much harder to find like a group to do like anything now. Okay, sounds good. I'm trying something here to see if it'll give me some confirmation on something. I want to see if when I've got the luck rings on here, my chances of catching the minnow are lower. Kind of seems like it. Oh, I might level as a fisherman today. I don't want to do much fishing today, but sometimes it's just like something to do to pass the time while you're waiting for people to get their, get things going. Yeah, it seems like the luck rings are making it so I catch green-bellied bass here instead of minnows with my power minnow lure. And I'm convinced that this is the best lure for minnows. There isn't really much of a doubt in my mind about it. I'm catching a minnow basically every time with this lure. The only thing that affected that was when I switched to putting on my luck rings. Then I started catching a shit ton of green-bellied bass. And I think you could still catch green-bellied bass with this lure even if you don't have luck rings on. Like, I caught a catfish on this one. But it seems like it's predominantly favoring minnows, which is pretty awesome. I'd say the worst thing about fishing is that it definitely puts a little bit more strain on your body, because you're actually like moving way less. Kind of I've heard people say like, oh, like the reeling makes like my arms or whatever, and I can get that, but like just kind of gets your joints all stiffened up. Ooh. What am I doing? Kind of curious what this lure is going to catch. It should be catfish. It should favor catfish, but I've kind of got a mix of stuff on there, so it could catch like anything. Green-bellied bass. I think if nothing else, this is going to help me put a little bit of a dent into my my catch list that I have for the next fishing quest. Nose. I don't remember what those guys play. I wish you could put in your friends list or if it said automatically in your friends list what level their characters were beside their name, or like what level their subclasses were, I guess. It would definitely make it easier to form up a group if I was like, oh yeah, this person's got these kind of characters. That'll make it a little bit easier to like ask them to come and join us, because they could fill 2 of the roles that we need. But I find I'm often like, oh, I think that person's this or that, and they might have that as a main, but they might have an alternate as well. I feel like most of the people I have on my list are like mage, like they main on a mage, so
Oh shit. Cheers.
I thought that might happen. It's kind of tough to tell sometimes, like how far you can push a lure. Just gonna grab a drink real quick. Yeah, so I think it's mainly just going to be the axolotl and the minnows that I got to catch now. 14 of 40. I've got the green-bellied bass. Oh, I need 2 more catfish. Oh, damn, I thought I had enough of those. I've got my 20 ridgebacks, and I need 25 axolotl.
So we just need.
Are y'all in a Discord somewhere?
I'm gonna hop into General 1 on the Orbus unofficial.
Because I can't even hear. I could just hear noises coming out through my group chat.
I'm gonna hop into General 1 on the Orbus unofficial.
They go in there too.
Yo. All right. So what are we still looking for now?
DPS.
Okay.
Or a healer. I could be DPS or healer, really.
Okay. If we're still looking in a little while, I've got a mage. Just looking through the rest of my list here.
I mean, you could keep it open-ended if you want, because I could be anything.
So you want to put DPS and heal?
I mean, it's up to you, because, you know, it's also better to only be looking for one thing, I think, sometimes. I'm just putting it out there. I don't want to make the decision.
No, it's fine. I mean, if you're good doing anything, but honestly, if I think DPS is easier to find. So
Yeah, cool. You're right.
I just sent a message to a guy. I'm pretty sure he has DPS and healer.
You talking about Shipwreck?
No. His name is
literally standing next to Shipwreck.
His name's Skyway, I think.
Oh yeah, I've gone with him before.
I just sent him a message, so we'll see what he says.
Yeah, he came with me one time whenever he hadn't even done that boss before, and I think he learned it semi-quickly. I mean,
yeah, he just said sure, he's in. I'll send him an
Sweet.
invite.
Awesome.
and I'm also fairly certain that he could also be a healer, so that's good too. All right, so what boss are we doing though?
It doesn't matter to me. I still need all of my dailies, so.
Yep,
Let's,
same here. I'm happy doing anything.
Let's run through Sentry as fast as we can, and then see how we feel after that.
Sounds awesome. Yep.
I also wouldn't mind doing Sentry and then trying Mistkeeper. It's going to kind of depend if anybody has experience with Mistkeeper. That one can be kind of a little bit of a bitch, but
I don't, but I'm here for the long haul, so I'm good for whatever you guys want to do. So
the only reason I suggest that is because I haven't gotten any fragments from Mistkeeper yet, and it also can drop I think it's like the Crimson Red accent die.
oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I want that. So yes, I'm in. Let me I'm gonna step away for just a sec until everybody gets here and top off my drink, and I'll be right back.
Like, I'll tell you this: I've tried healing through the Keeper before, and I have not been successful as a healer. in there.
Whoever's talking needs to get rid of their outside speakers talking because that sucks.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Okay. No, that's awesome. Thank you. I'll be right back.
I've done it a few times, and I think I might have actually done it with you before, Hosk. But it is really difficult, and I've only been with a successful healer on it once, and I'm not sure what they were doing that was making it work. But I might be able to double check on that. Someone had messaged me about it after the fact. I think I'll look into it and see if I can get some further info on it. Because it is basically like the tank can't survive without the correct orbs or whatever done. Oh, there he is. Hey, we're just we're in General 1 on the Orbus unofficial Discord.
Okay, yeah, I'm following.
Okay.
But no, like I'll say this. I mean, like the Mistkeeper. Every single time a group that has been like, oh, I don't have much experience, but let's do Mistkeeper. It has ended up being, oh, we run Sentry twice. I don't get a drop, and then they waste an hour dying and dying and dying on Mistkeeper, and I'm not up for that again. Like I'm not doing it.
That's why my thoughts are: we do Sentry 5 times, and then we try Mistkeeper, and if it's not happening, it's not happening.
All right,
we
cool.
just move on to something else.
I'll agree to that.
Yeah, because I'd like to get my daily drops too. I'm still looking to get a better pair of gloves.
I really hope to get a chest.
Yeah,
So I do. Silent Night. I'm hoping you get a. I'm hoping you get a head because that head is terrible.
Yeah, no,
I mean, this head, the other mage head is terrible too, but to get that Harry Potter look off of you, I think it's worth it. Head and chest. I'm gonna have my fingers crossed that you get a head and a chest. You get a lucky drop and you're guaranteed.
Yeah, I keep getting wands instead of actual armor.
Oh yeah, dude! Like none of the weapons except for my musketeer weapon are the weapon I want. Well, no, my mage wand is charged strikes, which is actually pretty badass.
Yeah.
So my mage and my musketeer, I have good weapons, but my bow is like first strike, and my sword is lightning forged.
Oh, that sucks. Lightning Forged isn't in yet, and that was the first one I got too. It doesn't unless they just changed it in the last patch, but it hasn't been procking, and it's like it's one of the coolest things. I want it to work.
Oh yeah, dude, because I'm thinking like as a warrior, a cleave and lightning forge would actually be pretty cool for getting rune major agents.
Yeah, for sure. And the other thing too is like
power leveling people in the snow.
Yeah, and like taking aggro off of like when there's a big pack of ads spawn, like if you're in the wilds and like
you need to
spawn.
turn off your in-game audio too.
Should be disabled. The new voice chat system is so bugged out.
It is.
I'm just gonna say once we're all in here, we'll just mute our voice chat. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. Like if you just turn down the volume on your voice chat slider. I've had so many problems. I was reporting it this morning. A few people were as well, but you'll mute somebody and they won't mute, or you won't have somebody muted and they won't be able to hear you, and like there's all kinds of fucking weird things that are happening with the new VoIP system.
Yeah, I can't mute anybody, and it's annoying as hell whenever I'm like in an area and there's some dude that's just super impolite, has like blaring music or blaring movie, or just you can hear everybody in their house talking to each other.
Yeah.
Like they're playing the shit in the living room or whatever.
I'm glad they're at least taking steps to like fix the VoIP system, but it has a lot of issues still. All right. So
What's going on?
nothing. Oh, I still got my fishing gear on.
Man, I keep trying to do that fishing quest, but it's just so boring. I just keep stopping.
Yeah. This is tier 2 fishing gear, which nobody knew was in the game until we found it by accident a couple days ago.
We're still looking. Me and Iskar are still looking for this one. There's a quest for it, but no way. I still don't found it.
There's too many fish, man.
This one you don't even actually get from fishing. That's the best part
wow.
about it.
How do you get it?
That's a secret.
Secret, I guess.
They're putting it in the game. This is actually like crappy stat versions of it. It's going to have like luck stats or something on it in the future, and we just found it. It wasn't actually supposed to be implemented yet, and the only reason we got it was because of I wouldn't say an exploit, because Riley didn't call it an exploit. He just said it was sort of like a slip up on their part, but it's pretty fun to walk around with the fish head.
I'm just coming into this conversation because my dog made me walk her, but I got all this stuff and I'm really pissed off. I didn't get the good things.
And so whenever we were doing that world boss earlier, I logged in as my sub character, and then like 3 kills. No, I think it was 5 kills because 3 bosses I didn't get a drop from.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, yeah, I got my level 8 character just a Signet of Draco rings.
Shit.
It's the most like OP level 8 tank ever. Well, he's a level 8 every
I love those rings. I still haven't gotten the ones from Elongata yet, but
oh, I do. They're not. I mean, they're just 25 crit.
Yeah. Still, I'd like to have them for the collection. We're over by the Sentry.
Oh yeah, I use them. Yeah, I use them with my mage sometimes, because Charge Strike Wand and crit rings will make you crit like all day long.
Yeah. I'm actually also hoping I get a bleed sword. Bleed sword with the new bleed skills. If it stacks the way I want it to stack, it'll be super powerful.
Oh, I don't see anybody. I think I might be bugged out. Are y'all in the dungeon?
I came back out.
Oh.
Is that Aeon?
Why don't we just pop into the dungeon then?
Yeah,
and we'll see if it's just bugged out.
No, yeah, I can see y'all. I thought I saw other people go in, and then I came in here and I was like,
there were a couple other people that weren't in our party that walked by. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, good. Well, that's happy sounds.
Yeah, it spawned me into like the plants beside Mistkeeper. All right, I'm gonna log out and log back in.
All right. Well, I'm here. Actually, and I see 2 others. Somebody hiding behind a crate.
But yeah, there's just I don't think I could keep mages alive from the initial onslaught. I mean, we could try if y'all want. See, we got some affliction. We could just take them out slowly.
No. Let's wait for somebody that has some balls outside of us.
We could.
You know what I like about Sentry now, though, is like as a musketeer, you don't even have to do anything. Like you could just throw your renew orb and then just do shit whenever he attacks somebody. I mean, yeah, your renew turret it keeps everybody up, and then whenever he switches target.
So
I like those colors.
We're just waiting for Skyway then, yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually on the entry of the Tradu mines.
Okay, we just were inside the dungeon for Sentry.
Actually got it.
Well, we could start clearing these ads here.
Yeah, might as well.
I did the Sentry yesterday with 4 guys. 5 times in a row without a wipe. Nobody.
I think like the new talents have made it so that survivability on all of the bosses has gone up, along with the DPS. Like having tanks that are actually doing DPS now is pretty crazy.
I don't know how much I like that.
The craziest part on the warriors just can tank everything and don't die anymore.
Yeah.
With the self-heal, that's
I was almost able to take on an aberration in the desert myself as a tank, which is like absurd.
GG.
God damn it. And then I kind of... that's literally the worst thing.
We're gonna probably have to fight the other mob there. They're all locked in pretty close.
Where's Sky?
He's just coming in to try to...
I'm on the entry of this dungeon, so I'm close to you. See you?
There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fight this mob if somebody wants to pull them.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll blow on the boar once he gets in a little closer.
Oh shit, guys, come on.
This out.
There we go. Gotta say something, man. Not really, I should be paying better attention.
I mean, yeah, what we're gonna say. Don't jump in front of the mage, because that's pretty important.
No, I mean, no, somebody almost died, and I wasn't paying attention. I barely got him in time.
If we pull this guy, just keep going. I'll blow my horn, and don't worry about the warg.
Man, now I actually gotta stand up and shit.
That's why I play on the toilet.
Hey, I've done that before. I was doing this climb quest. And
Alright,
I wanted to get this done real
I was
fast in the
joking,
game.
by the way.
And so it was either like I could either like take a shit or like finish this quest that had literally been taking me 30 hours straight that I've been doing.
Oh god.
And so I took my laptop into
That's
the
really
toilet.
messed up, man.
So I took my laptop into the toilet. And,
There's no defending that, just by the way.
I mean, hey, if it makes you feel any better, this was like 12 years ago.
No, it doesn't.
It reminds me of the Bachelor Frog meme. There's the one where it's like, sit on toilet backwards so you can take a shit while eating your ravioli.
Okay, who's it on and why are they running around?
Mortimer.
All right,
Oh, sorry. I'm running. I'm coming to you. I'm loving on you. No, I'm running away. Sorry about that. I know better.
Oh, and again.
I think it's on me again. Hey,
Yeah, but... Oh, Aeon's just grabbing the aggro back like crazy.
Yeah, people always do the shield blocking tactic, and I don't really think it's worth bothering with it. You can grab aggro with a horn and like 3 provokes.
Who, me?
Yeah, more than like y'all
Okay.
try to kill you, but you kept moving, that is cool. Oh shit. Hey, it's not Mortimer.
Vamos, Kala. Oh, not even anymore. Oh. I dock this.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm back.
Stay
it's
still.
on me. I'm gonna just
Okay,
charge
yeah,
behind
it was on me. And
you, my friend.
Yeah. Wait, no, it's Mortimer and me.
Just if you take aggro, just stay where you are, so that I can get to you and regain aggro. Because if he's spinning, I can't get my provoke hits off. His hitbox is kind of.
Just jump as close as you can to the ally, and then the other one is just position in you. I can walk just into you.
Boom.
Oh, again a wand. I hate this game.
Thank you, Dram. I love Dram so much.
Hey, can never go wrong with Dram.
Hey, you know, one time I got 99 whole dram.
Yeah, that's the
Goddamn.
best. That's the best.
You
got a
are so
nearly-
lucky.
All right.
I know.
Did you
suck so bad, I
praise
just
RNG
logged
that day?
Actually, I did because 3 of my other 4 drops were all luckies. So
Yeah.
I got 3 drops that day. I did pray. I did thank the RNG gods.
Is it reset?
No, because I'm a fucking idiot because I logged out instead of going to graveyard.
Oh, everybody does that once, man, once or twice. I mean, I've done that before.
All right, I'm logging out of the realm now.
Okay, we're good to
I
go.
see, yeah.
Yeah, and my internet is super slow. Okay, I'm out. And you guys saw that like 2 minutes ago, apparently. So, fuck all y'all. That's how slow my internet is.
Okay, let's do it.
Hey, Jojo, get the fuck up. Go. Go. I'm talking to my dog, by the way. He's trying to kill me.
Okay, but if he could really grab aggro that fast, all y'all really need is my turret. So can I just go to sleep?
Heck yes.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't need a whole lot other than some slight healing over time for when I'm not blocking. But he doesn't do that much damage then, so it's nothing too crazy.
Okay, then I'm gonna take off life though and put in poison then. If that's
Yeah, we can get our damage up a lot quicker that way. We're gonna have to pull these guys again. Go ahead. Sorry. I blocked your shot there.
oh shit.
Oh, I didn't even see the Vulps.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
Wait, where the fuck did those guys come from?
Oh fuck, he's a corrupted. Oh, never mind. I thought he was one of the ones that pulled from the other group in the back.
We're gonna make
Yeah,
it. It's okay.
There's another wolf we got over in the corner. I think he's only on me, so we can probably just pass him.
Oh yeah, there's that warg there. We'll probably pull on one of these stupid wargs too. Oh, sweet.
We got him.
Yeah, I think with the new changes to stats, if you have your warrior completely in DPS, you actually take a little bit more aggro because of your bleed procs and stuff that you're applying. So regaining aggro is much easier.
I'm happy because as of today, my tank has 570 vitality and 375 physical defense. which is pretty damn tanky.
Ah.
Oh yeah, that last round I didn't even use my my sword in the air perk thing. Increases everyone's damage. Just trying to figure out where he is.
Oh, Husk, I think.
I'm staying put.
Fuck.
Yeah, I saw me this time. Morning.
Alright, anybody that doesn't suck at level 2. Angry spell.
Papa Skyway.
Yes.
All of yourself.
Whew.
Sure.
This one.
By that I mean sure.
Oh damn, Mortimer, do you got an unbending wand or something?
Hell yeah, dude! I got a perfect unbending wand.
Oh, that's okay. So that's how that's happening there.
Yeah, I've learned to get away with a lot of bad decisions.
Nice, nice, nice.
Dram.
And I get drammed for my
drop. I get a chest. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Nice.
boom.
Good
I
roll
still-
on it.
The only thing I need is my goddamn chest.
Is that a decent roll on it?
Physical defense too. Oh my goodness. That's. Oh my goodness.
I got.
I just want to.
I got.
I want to stab you in your face with my wand. I want to stab you. I need my chest.
I have one of every piece for every class and all the world boss rings.
I
Nice.
hate you too.
Oh, thank you for calling me, Aeon. That was the best call ever.
No problem, man.
That's fine.
Really
with us.
hyper.
All right, let's do this.
Oh shit! Why is my door open?
Because
Ghosts.
you've got an intruder.
It's
That's so
either
funny,
it's
huh?
either a ghost, a rapist, or a ghost rapist. It's one of the three. You
Oh,
know.
You
Like
know,
a ghost
if I
rapist,
was-
like in Ghostbusters, whenever he gave that dude a surprise fellatio.
if I was gonna pick somebody, I would vote for Ghost Rapist just for the fun factor. Are you guys back in?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
we're already fighting shit, man.
Oh my! See, that's also my interest is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, shit has died already.
Yeah, I'm a terrible person. I can't
Yeah,
defend that. I hate everyone in this party.
Disagree. Disagree.
I love you too.
It's not.
Sweet.
Oh god damn it! There's my problem. I took my luck rings off.
I think luck rings are a complete fallacy. I don't think they do anything.
Well, maybe you're phallic, but you know I'm not gonna suck you up.
Hey, I use I use mine on fishing all the time, and I
They-
think it
Yeah,
helps fishing.
They
I
do.
swear to God,
They
fishing-
affect fishing, but they don't always affect it in a positive way. Sometimes they make you catch more fish, but not necessarily the fish you're after.
Yeah.
Exactly. So who knows?
Just watch your shots going through. We won't have to fight this other
Yes.
pack.
Exactly. Twat your shot.
Uh,
Here's a douchebag coming
Ah,
in.
fuck.
Somebody
yeah,
did not twat their shot.
and I'm dead. Yeah.
All right, so we're just running.
No,
We're running,
we're gonna
running?
have to. We have to go. I gotta go back. If you want to run through, you can. I'm gonna have to just.
Oh God. Oh
For
God.
fuck's
Oh my
sakes.
God. I gotta run.
For
I'm
fuck's
running.
sakes.
For cock and
Are these
balls
guys seriously gonna kite me all the way back to the beginning? What the hell? What kind of range do these guys have? There we go.
I'm still partying.
I'm dead. Yeah. So you might want to stand back. I fucked it all up.
Can I get a heal?
Whoa.
Oh,
Where did
shit.
these guys come from?
Thank you. Well, let's just kill them.
Well, yeah, obviously. Yeah, just run past them. That's even better.
Oh, boar. I did not see him in the pack before.
Obviously, kill the boar first.
You bet. Double whammy.
Cock. Assumed.
I've
Ooh,
never
there's
seen.
a
I've
there's a
never
thing
seen
out there.
anybody do such a good job of dodging my shield or before.
Yeah, I make some sneaky movements, you know. I wish
that was.
I wish
the
they had
most,
a talent. I wish they had a talent in the musketeer tree that added seeker orbs.
That was the best grandma burn I've ever heard. I think.
Musketeers always want to blame warriors for their inconsistencies.
Not just warriors. We also blame BBS a lot too.
Just keep going. You can kite out that warg.
No,
Whoa.
don't make this just about you. I mean, I was also getting on Mortimer for moving earlier.
I'm literally as far away as I can get. Please, God, help me.
Just keep coming around back to this side. There you go.
Sweet. What? Jesus Christ! Look at that guy. He's dark. He's got some dark magic going on.
That's some affliction, man.
Alrighty.
I'm not cared now. And
This motherfucker.
Oh, that's...
yeah, I do that too. By the way, that pisses me off.
Oh, come on, guy. This don't gotta be like this, man.
It's not. Oh, there's my happy wand.
Yeah, the boss is almost dead. I'll heal you up in a second.
Jab.
Tram.
Oh shit! I got my robes. Boom.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank fucking God. Sorry, I got real excited.
I
No
get the same
apologies
feeling exactly
necessary.
one round before.
It is a pretty damn good feeling when something you've been waiting for a while finally drops.
They're not perfect. I got a perfect one, but I've got my set completed. Oh my God.
I got my first item in the Tradu month was a perfect one.
Oh wait, you just completed your set? How many glimmering shards do you have?
I think 4.
I got 9 actually or something.
I sold all mine. I needed the dram. They're useless right now anyways, so
you
whatever.
fucking crack addict, you.
I mean, I sold my other shards, but
Yeah,
alright,
we're good to go.
Everybody out. Yeah,
Good
let's
to go.
go inside.
Well, I lucked out in getting a stall this month, so I need the dram to pay for that.
Actually,
Yeah,
that wasn't so expensive like I thought it would be.
Yeah, well, I
I
put in the lowest bid, and it was like 5,100, and the lowest you can possibly put in is 5,000, but it doesn't let you put in 5,000, so I did
Nice.
5,100.
That's awesome.
And I only won because of a default, because of the guilds having like multiple things, even though they weren't supposed to. So it worked out pretty awesome for me.
So I've got, all right, I gotta talk to you guys. I've got complexes with worrying about people and everything. But I was doing the last portion of the fish conquest, the fish quest, and I lost 47 bats. So like, should I make a thing about that? It's like, I feel like I shouldn't even bother because I'm like a douchebag.
I'd make a post if you lost. If you lost anything, I'd make a post because it might be an issue that they can fix. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
If you encounter an issue, always report it, even if it doesn't seem like it's a big deal, because it might be indicative of a larger issue.
All right, fair enough. That's a good point. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Because it was a weird thing where the I was trying to consolidate groups and move a thing to another, and all of a sudden, like 47 just. Oh, bad.
Yep, I knew we'd pull these guys.
Wait, I gotta put my fucking gear on. What the fuck? My spells are going through everything.
Relog.
That's the real magic.
Yeah, once we get to the back of the room, you'll probably want to relog and... Ah, shit, something on me. It's fine.
You know, in fact,
And how?
I need to let my dogs inside anyway, so let me get over close to the boss. I'll go do that where you relog.
Oh, shit.
Don't die.
Yep.
Maybe.
I
Wait,
thought-
wait. Maybe I can rest you.
I thought I had all the aggro.
Wow.
I think I need a relog no matter what.
I was stuck in combat. I thought I was still had the aggro and I didn't.
Fuck on reagents.
Yeah, I got some reagents on me.
I don't give a fuck on it. So.
Oh my god, I got a new chest. Oh my god, my chest piece looks so sexy. I need to put gray on it.
No, please don't. Why?
No, where'd you go? Did you
Huh?
respawn?
Who, me?
I don't know whoever died.
Mortimer? Yeah, I logged out.
Oh, you logged out. Okay.
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 Yeah,
Just don't
my
respawn.
shit
Don't
was
respawn.
almost-
Don't respawn. He's gonna
Okay.
res you.
Oh my god, I love you so much.
He was like
I'm gonna-
starting the res spell and you like disappeared.
Ah, you are like the best person I've ever known. I love you.
Too.
I want to hug you. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna
No
grab a
problem.
drink while we're waiting.
We're not waiting, but by all means, grab a drink.
Well, the healer's not here, so I'm waiting.
Okay, well then I'm gonna go get some bourbon. So fuck all y'all.
Okay, I'm back. All right.
Alrighty.
We could probably start right now and just wait
Yeah.
for Mortimer.
Well, if he takes aggro, though, it might be a pain in the ass because the guy will jump all the way back there. I don't know if I think he'd still be within range there because his leash range is like just past that. Oh, maybe. You know what? I'm kind of curious
he's
what'll
back,
happen.
he's back, he's back.
All right, let's do this.
Oh my god, I think my dog might be retarded.
That's standard for dogs. That's why they're so lovable.
All right, fair enough, but she's really stupid. Ah! Oh, thank God I got my wand, because I'm a fucking idiot.
Okay, where are you? Oh, there you are.
Poskałe. If you don't put up a steel shield, then you will fuck me up.
I think I'm managing to regain his aggro in like 2 or 3 hits, which is crazy.
My
Like the amount of extra threat that I'm generating with since the talents came out is like pretty crazy. It's what tanks should be, but I can understand why it wasn't like that before.
Oh, really?
Getcha?
yeah,
That's some bullshit.
we rely a little bit too heavily on that.
No, I was not. I thought I escaped fast enough. And your horse.
Oh no. Okay. Nope.
Oh shit!
Fuck. I couldn't get the hit to
It's cool,
register.
man. I'm alive. It's
Okay. Yeah, this guy's hitbox still has a lot of issues with it, which is surprising. Oh.
Jam.
And I got some shoulders.
Dram.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
cooldown
lose
and
them. I
can't
can't
with
see
you.
it, so
Some my physical
coming-
defense shoulders, nice.
I'm coming back.
So I can say with some certainty that one provoke hit isn't enough to regain his aggro, but two might be. I know that it's 3 or 4
Oh,
for sure
shit.
can get it back, which is it used to be you'd have to hit like 6, maybe 7 of them before he did his smash attack.
There's only 3 items between all my classes that I don't have physical defense for now.
Nice. I've been trying to build up a magical defense set for warrior as well, but I don't know how necessary it would be. It would be really handy on Mistkeeper, but
I got magical for mage and for musketeer.
I got a magical helm, and that was the only magical item I've gotten so far from Tradu. But I've got a perfect roll desert helm that's physical, so I'm not really going to change that out.
I'm just gonna go with mine must be Dram, so let's fucking restart or go to the next one.
Alrighty, we're good to go.
One last time.
It's kind of satisfying being the last because you know that you're getting it this time. There's no mystery.
Well, I used to always be last, and I kind of liked it because I never had to do a dungeon run that I wasn't looking forward to a block for, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I did one time the situation that we're going 4 times in. I was the last one, and in the time where we're going in the last time, the drop rate refreshed today. So everybody was able to get again this fucking loot, and I don't get it at all.
Oh my god.
So that happened to me one time.
I think I'd borderline be ready to fucking shut her down for the day at that point.
Yeah, really. So we don't even do it again after that point. It sucked really hard.
So, what time of day for you does the reset happen at?
6 a.m.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It happens at midnight for me, which is pretty badass.
But actually, I was wondering, so how can this happen at this time? Yeah, time zone.
Ian, what is the...
Fuck, we got...
What?
Don't hit that worm. Don't hit that worm. Kite back. Kite back.
What cloak are you wearing?
Mine? The Bloody
Yeah.
Handprints. It's the new Kill Quest one. Everybody run back. Just so we don't maintain aggro on that pack.
Oh.
I think he went back, so we might be able to get through. I'm gonna draw the aggro on the turret. If you guys want to come into here and then just wait a second for my horn to charge, and if you go first, I can retake the aggro, or just go ahead.
Oh, we got this shit. Apparently.
I shield stunned him, so I think I have aggro now.
No, I got it.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna go back because... Oh, fuck, I can't. God damn
Because
it.
Mordor was a fucking idiot. Just get out of here.
That was the best plan. It worked.
I mean, I would love to get a blowjob from that guy, but I'll come back.
Just stay tight to the side. Oh,
Really?
I've got his aggro. Go. Go. Don't
Alright,
stop to look.
alright.
Just go.
And he's gone.
He's going, mate. He's friggin' going. Actually, that was what I meant to say. Thank you for saving my ass.
Mm-hmm. That's the hardest part about leveling up alt classes when you're used to playing warrior. You can't just like run away from things holding your shield up and be fine.
Oh shit.
Exactly.
No, like my turret disappeared and my healing orb didn't work. Like I threw my turret out, it's not healing, it's disappeared. Okay, that worked on.
Oh, that was wehgetan. You have to shield up, man! Wow.
Don't worry, I got you.
I wasn't telling you.
Sorry, like I'm having trouble with my healing right now.
No problem. I'm fine with him just watching how you kill the boss. Danke.
Ooh. I feel like my timing is slipping on getting out of the red. It's a dangerous feeling to have.
My life is wrong right now.
Alright, do DPS.
I'm literally trying, but failing miserably. Really? That's some bullshit. There we go.
Nice.
Very
Chest
nice.
plates. 86, 100. Nope.
Let's see. That crap.
66.
Shit. That's going to the glimmering shard graveyard. Okay, we could try mutated worm. Everyone does that one pretty easily.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, which ones do you guys not have experience doing?
Let me see.
Like with this group with this
room.
Yeah, I haven't tank keeper mutated shroom. I don't have much experience with either. I know how to do both, but I'm definitely not as good as.
Well, look, with the worm, it's either the worm or do Soul Keeper,
and we can't do Soul Keeper without 2 tanks.
So yeah, so we might as well just do the worm because we gotta get this dungeon on drop anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All the potion keepers isn't it too.
Yeah,
you can dodge the jumps.
Yeah, potion keeper. If you guys don't know how to do the dodging, I can explain it to you so that it works pretty consistently.
Yeah, I mean, potion's pretty easy.
Yeah.
No.
Well, let's try them after worm.
My battery is on the wipes on 2 from 4. I don't know how long this will go on.
Last night while we were getting the tier 2 fishing gear, I was on low battery for so long, and I think I I stopped playing just when it.
I hit people.
All right, that's fine. We'll take them out. God, I hate these Vulps. They have such a terrible hitbox.
So we're doing Potion Keeper?
We're doing the Worm first. Worm, then Potion Keeper. Perfect.
Oh shit. I'm in the wrong room. Which
It's the one second from the left.
I prefer to do Worm first because Potion Keeper is easier, so if we're tired at the end, it's more likely that we'll be up for easier boss after this.
This one is just like it's a slog. Yeah. And as a warrior, it's like you just get tired of spamming provoke on the guy.
That I just have to go earlier before we end up the 5
I
rounds.
just waved at Jay, but so we just went to the next one to the left.
Wait, somebody has to go?
No. 2 to the left. We're in the end one.
Hold on. We got to talk about it. If somebody has to go, then we need to put up a group listing now.
Well, it's because your Skateway's controllers are the battery's gonna die. I think that's what you said, right?
Oh.
Yeah, they're about 30 to 50%.
Oh, they'll be fine for a while.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's do this.
We'll just I just want to get through this as quick as we can because I hate this boss.
Yeah,
the more time I spend sitting at it, I'm like, ugh, I don't even want to do it. But I haven't done it in a while, so I'm okay with it. All right, everyone knows how to do this one?
Yeah. They're focused on the worms and then they come together for the ads.
Yeah, I'm coming. So this is I get this one. I've done this one.
Cool.
As long as at the end of the tunnel I see what I expect to see.
I mean, again, we could probably start and then just.
X-Slayer will said he would replace as well if we need him to. He's a mage. So if Skateway has to go, then we're not going to be SOL.
I'm not. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I'm not particularly thrilled with X-Slayer. Well, I've seen him in town be like pretty much bragging that, oh, I can't cast Affliction 2, I can't cast Frost 3. I don't use like rune things because every patch comes out, the rune sets mess up, so you can't use them. And I was like, that happened literally once.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
He just seems to make a lot of excuses for the fact that he damages less than any other mage.
Mortimer, can you stand in this corner maybe? Yeah, like keep them to be there. So everyone gets corner.
So
shit, that wasn't a spaghetti.
My only suggestion is
I forgot to put on my heavy shield, so we might be fucked. We'll see.
We should have a mage who does crossbow. The rest of us can do ice lance. That's my only suggestion.
That's not that much damage. They just go with
they just debuffed it. It doesn't do fuck all anymore.
Oh really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've been off for 2 days, so good point.
Yeah, it was a patch that came out yesterday morning, I think.
Something like this.
I mean, his Pain Crusher doesn't seem to be able to kill you in one hit, so crits or something.
Yeah, as long as I have healing going through my down shield, it's not too bad.
Okay, I was just thinking that would take care of it in 2 hits, but all right.
Fuck, it comes up right when he finishes the attack.
Yeah, that will stop after the minions are up dead.
Yeah. I'll see. We might have a wipe here, but that's okay.
Why would we have a wipe? We're fine.
Because I'm on the small shield instead of the heavy shield.
Or start shooting you.
Yeah.
Just tell me whenever your shield's down. So, oh, see, like,
Yeah.
I didn't even know you were fixing that. I was redoing my turn at that moment.
It's basically going to be every either 6 or 9 hits, depending on whether or not I get away with protecting one hit.
Alright, so as long as we save our
Alright, shield's down.
big one.
Yeah, I had to use another shield to save you from. I don't know why you're taking a lot of damage. Oh, there was that.
Because I don't have
There's
a.
minions. There's
Oh.
minions next to you, that's why.
I couldn't really see them. Fuck. I really should have remembered to put my big shield on.
Oh yeah, that is
Oh,
a
shit, we
fun
got
Big
we got
minion.
everybody on. Okay,
I'm behind you here.
cool. I'm trying to get my healing out, but it's not. There we go.
No, don't worry about us. We'll work it out.
Dang.
Wait, did Silent Knight die and I res him or something?
You did.
I didn't even I didn't res anybody. That's weird.
Okay, shield's down.
I had to use.
Does somebody have their epic up?
There we go.
I did
good.
Oh,
have
and
mine.
I shielded you, dude, and you still took a lot of damage.
Gotta get this minion. He's only
Oh,
dead.
shit.
Yeah, we need to finish the minions before this boss gets down to 50%.
The moment when the tank deals too much damage.
Looks like they might be done. Yep. Should be good now.
So
Fuck. It's been too long since I've done this fight. I forgot a crucial part that I just remembered. Doing this stun right before he breaks the shield. It's enough to keep it going through 2 that way.
Everybody in the circle.
There we go.
My shield's down.
I can't freaking
Yep, that's it.
miss. And
no.
It's gonna be a wipe.
yeah,
No, it's not.
Stop prolonging the inevitable.
What?
Okay. Oh, you're all dead. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be a wipe.
As soon
God
as the
damn
tank
it.
goes down in this fight, it's a
yeah,
wipe. That was
switch you.
completely my bad. Sorry. You can do this fight with a small shield. It's just it puts way too much pressure on the healer to keep focused on me instead of anything else, and it's kind of a stupid way to do it because it's not like I'm doing that much DPS anyways.
Well, I mean, it's practically impossible whenever minions spawn on you multiple times in a row because then I don't have shield up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll get it this time. Yeah, that was stupid. I was like, yeah, okay, let's go. All right, are we all back here?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm coming. Let's give me 1 second. Okay, I'm here.
All right.
Alrighty, let's do this.
All right, so somebody, I'm gonna go with me. I'm gonna do a ice probe. Somebody should do the ice lance.
It's not that damage.
You're better off doing Fireball 2 over and over and over again.
Oh really?
Or Fireball
Is it-
3.
is
One
it that
Fireball.
bad
Fireball
now?
3 is, yeah.
Maybe
Fireball
on the
3 is
chat,
definitely the
man.
biggest. Shield down.
I knew they fucked it up. All right,
Okay.
fair enough. Thank you.
Yeah, I had the shield on you, so you weren't gonna get any lower HP.
Okay.
But here, there we go. That should help out. With
So I can take about 4 hits from him, and then I can, if I remember to do my shield bash, it should be not too bad.
So is Iceland's worthless at this point?
It's not worthless, it just doesn't do nearly what it used to do. It was actually doing double damage.
And Riley would have never known about it, except for some people were like, hey, we see 2 different numbers coming up here, and we need a easier way to track our damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he should listen to the community and just put it back the way it was.
I shielded you. Oh, wait, no, yeah,
That's
you
okay.
hit the...
If I remember to get my shield stun on him, or if I don't miss the shield stun due to it fucking up, I'm okay. Oh, shit.
But I'm gonna hold fire because I don't want this elite to pop up before the minions are done.
We're done.
Looks like it.
Yeah, we're done.
Let's go.
Do it.
Nice.
At least somebody's doing something. Oh shit, here we go.
Shit.
I'm having trouble getting to the tank.
That's okay, I got my ultimate.
Cool. There, I got a renew on you at least.
Thank you.
Yeah, renew on us. And a...
Oh, fuck. shield is down, and it's probably gonna be down when he does his next buster. Yep. Fuck. Oh my god, that was close. That's the hardest part with this boss is when you get a whole big group of the mobs come in and they accidentally break your shield. This fight should take half as long as it does. That's the worst thing about it.
Oh, and
Ooh, indeed. That's right, I did that. I'll take a little healing now. I'm happy at least somebody laughed at that.
Oh shit. I just noticed that too.
And how?
Alright, I think my shield might be down for this one. Probably. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Whew. Good.
Maybe you should try harder.
Yep.
And how?
Fucked it.
Oh! Holy
Damn.
shit!
Oh.
She did it. I got some sweet dram, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
I hate, and this makes me hate my life, apparently. Oh my God.
It's just, you know, it's not a bad fight at all. It's just, it's too long. There's too much HP on that boss.
I swear to God, this is the longest this fight has ever taken.
Oh no.
It's
The
terrible.
first day it came out, it was taking us like 15-20 minutes because we didn't know how to do it properly.
I
Oh
I
my
haven't
God.
even been looking, but are all the mages doing Frostbolt and Fireball to get DOTs on it?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Well, I was trying.
You can also do 3 affliction stacks now, so keep that in mind. I mean, if you want to do quick casts, you can just quickly
No,
throw in an
that's-
affliction.
I
I'm
was
so
not-
bad in this. I can't
That's
do
a
it.
really good point. I was not doing affliction as I should have. That's honestly really good.
Like even if it's just an affliction 1, it's still a tick that's gonna help it.
Yeah, no. I failed at affliction. I should have done that shit off my ass. You're right.
And it's actually one of the few spells in the game right now that alternating it isn't as big of a deal. If you can throw 3 affliction 1s really quickly and get that triple stack on him, that's like pretty solid. I actually think at this point it's kind of a viable tactic to have somebody maintaining an affliction 3 affliction 2 stacks on an enemy at all times. I think that's one way you could really bump up the DPS of mage, but I haven't really been able to try that one yet.
I've been like learning Affliction 2 today, but I'm still.
You want to know the tip that I got for it that really helped was if you do like affliction 1, and then so you've got your standard affliction 1 symbol, start from either the left or the right side, like point, and draw that bottom box, and then when you get to the other point, continue on with the circle instead of boxing it around.
I know. I don't do the circle. I'm learning the shorthand.
Oh, I do them all legit.
See,
The normal one is easy, but it takes much too long time to take this one out and fight.
Mhm.
In the time you get about 4 to 6 fireballs, that's
And that's
about
That's kind of my thoughts on it too. Like, it's the amount of time it takes to do even shorthand versions of Affliction. They need to be a high DPS thing.
Oh, earlier I was banging them out like it was crossbow or something, but that was at the world boss.
Okay.
and now
The only way I can
start
do it
Let's
is
go.
the, okay.
Fireball is just waste to OP. There's nothing better than it.
Oh, we might be able to
Alright.
squeeze by.
Oh my god, what are you doing?
What?
Nice.
And hell. All right, yes, I should do that more. I think this might be my last one because I need to go eat dinner.
Was that a DPS or the tank that said that?
That was
DPS.
Mortimer.
Tank,
All right,
I'm
well, yeah,
good to go.
that's-
Tank's good for hours here,
All right,
probably.
well, somebody put up a looking for group then for DPS.
Who do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who's the 6 that hopped into the channel? Was that
Oh,
Panda Bar or Zorg? No, Zorg.
Skyway.
Okay, so Zorg hopped into the channel a little while ago. He might. I don't know. I don't know who
Yeah,
that
he
is.
well, let's
He's in
just
my guild. He's a
put up a-
DPS.
Okay.
Well, either contact him or put up a.
Well, he's
thing.
in our Discord channel right now. He popped in a little while ago. He's just been
Oh.
muted.
All right, well, let's
But yeah, let's just keep going with this run for now.
fight
Are
the
we-
boss.
Wait, where's our 2, 3, 4? Where's our 5th?
We lost him. I don't know if he disconnected actually.
Did we lose somebody?
Mortimer.
Yeah, he was standing exactly here.
I'm literally standing.
I
smacking
can't
you in
see
the
it. Log
face.
out, and log back in, Mortimer.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw you over here. That's like I was like, where did he go? Did he like go back?
I still hear you.
Yeah, but we're in Discord, so it's
We're in
separate.
Discord.
And hell.
Maybe the game crashed.
No, we've had this issue before. It's actually been an issue for quite a while where occasionally there'll just be like certain people won't be able to see other people. I thought they'd fixed it with this last major bug squash, but it seems like not.
I'm getting there.
Oh, that was Zorg that left.
All right.
Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Yep. I had a group one time disband like that. It was one of the funniest things ever. Somebody was like had a disconnect or something like that, and then one person said they'd be right back and never came back, and the group just started like everyone started leaving the channel, and I was like standing there like, what the fuck? Y'all hate me or what?
Obviously, we hate you.
Okay, we're all back. Let's do this.
I just want to.
Yeah.
Well, just stop laying down, dude. What do you?
All right, let's go.
Oh, hang on. Silent Night is. He might be picking us up a replacement. There he is.
All right.
And
Go.
how?
All right, let's go.
All right, mages. Who wants to be the frostbolt?
You.
Anybody? Me?
You keep dibsing
Why?
it, so just dibs it.
All right. Would anybody be the ice lance then? For fuck's sake.
It's useless.
Oh, all right. So are you.
Yeah, like we've had this conversation a couple of times before.
I'm not sure how many times we have to go over this.
They're behind you.
Oh my god. It would just be so much faster
It's not.
If it worked, yes.
Yeah.
if people didn't.
I
suck, yes.
encourage you to go to a testing dummy and try the different
Dummy?
spells,
Yes.
and you'll see.
Let's
You'll
go
see.
to a dummy. Let's do dummy work.
Fighting this boss is like working at a factory. You're just like standing at the old stamping press machine, you know? Gotta stamp out these license plates, boys.
Yeah.
Behind.
But yeah, I think they
That
either
might be
had
it.
to nerf. I think they it got to the point that they either had to nerf Ice Lance or take Rangers out of the game. No,
Well,
I
s-
seriously think that was the issue.
I think the problem is they went too far in both extremes. Rangers they buffed, and then they debuffed this, and it's like that was like one of the most powerful things you could use. So
But again, like Rangers were supposed to, only
They were
do
all-
more damage.
yeah, they were always supposed to be the key DPS, which is good. But then it begs the question, like, what role is a mage supposed to be playing in combat? Putting debuffs on?
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then why isn't there more debuffs, you know?
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be later on. Like
There's,
I
yeah,
have
there's,
like,
there's just, I think there's just some balancing stuff that they need to really finely tune. But once they
and
get
again,
it, it'll be.
it's early access.
Yeah.
I think
It's like the warrior. Up until talents came out, I've never felt like a warrior could actually like do damage and feel good to use.
And how?
Oh, 100 gram.
Well, I got 75, just so you know.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, just like
I got a shitty helmet. Glimmer Graveyard.
Oh,
I'm still on the
got a-
blue one, so
Wait! You got a helmet? God damn!
Yep.
You lucky duck.
If it was a better roll, it's fucking trash. It was like an 85 and 75.
All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
So was somebody leaving right now, or did we have one more run we can do? Or I don't remember who said they were
well,
going.
actually, my controller went down on one
Okay.
step, so we're really close to the end.
I got nothing, but you know,
That's
it's
the
up
one
to you
part I
guys.
hate on the life. If the controller goes down, your life is down.
Yeah. Well,
Wait about an hour to go
Well,
back to your life.
Yeah, I don't know where Mortimer is right now.
I've got nothing, but it's up to you guys.
I mean, are you gonna come out of the dungeon, Mortimer?
Yeah, sorry.
Actually, if you're still an hour here, I guess I will return then.
Okay.
Wait, did that other guy just leave?
yeah. Skyway's controller's down, so he's gotta go and put her on the charger.
I'm gonna charge. Yeah, exactly.
I can ask Rhaegar if he wants to help. Hang on. What the hell?
So thank you for the run, guys. It was awesome.
Yeah,
Hope
no worries, man.
Hope to see you later again.
For sure.
See you.
See ya. Oh, I can't remember what Huntin' Fun plays.
He's got several. I think he's got a healer and a DPS.
Again, it doesn't matter because I could do anything. So if you
Yeah.
want somebody.
Am I actually the last one? So you guys can just let me go. It's okay.
No, like we only did 2 runs. We still need 3 more runs.
Yeah,
Like, you're not
and
the
that's
only ones.
and that's gonna go up even more if we get new people. Sorry, I got my drop.
yeah.
So who was the other one that got it?
I believe I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll send Huntin' Fun a message. Just gonna check something.
That sounds really sloppy.
Shit, I can't cast like.
What? What? You're retarded? Yes. You are definitely retarded. You're stupid. Oh. Hey. Come here. Come on.
Does anyone know what his in-game name is? OO Chuck O?
Yeah, his in-game name is OO Chucko.
Yeah. What's his? Do you know what he plays? Played with him a couple days ago, and I can't remember what he played as. I want to say it was a. I want to say it was a musketeer, maybe. I don't know.
If it's anything besides a tank, it's good.
All right, I'll shoot him a message too.
I mean, actually, I am kind of casting like crap, but I can't do Affliction 2 right now.
Yeah.
But a shorthand Affliction 2, I can't. Which is pretty fucked up because I was casting this like daisy chain in this shit earlier.
Panda, it's probably like 100 to 200 people on at any given time. I think the lowest numbers I've ever seen are like 70 people online. It's like shared servers globally, so.
Look, he's only level 19.
Hunt Fun just messaged me.
Alright, cool.
So we might be good on that. He said he only has like an hour or something, but that's all right. That's about all I've got too.
Okay, I'm just throwing this out. I've got to apologize. I am had to go feed my dog and feed myself.
All right, let's just. It's over, guys. It's over.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, we got the sentry done.
Yeah, it just sucks.
I'm
It sucks when
sorry.
you can't get the. It sucks when you can't get a full group drop, but oh well. I'll be down to run this one again. Whenever you guys need it.
I'm
Yeah,
very
there's
sorry,
another
guys.
group. There's another group looking for a tank, but I already got on my tank here.
I'm probably not down to grab a new one. Let me see who's in it. Malachite. Not sure if I've played with that guy before.
The Crystal Gem high level people are relatively new, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I think that their clan probably didn't start until like February, so yeah.
I don't know, I think it started last year. It's just there was like 3 people in it, and
Oh.
I saw them from very early on. It's just the leader wasn't active, and then the leader became active later.
Oh, that makes sense then, because yeah, I didn't see them around for quite a while, and from when I started. All right.
Oh shit! I need some more salmon accent, guys.
I should. Not sure if I have salmon ones. Not sure if I heard someone knock at my door or not. Let me check what I've got.
No. I mean, I'm just gonna.
No, I don't. Crap. Where does salmon drop from?
Shit, I think Ifrits.
Yep. Out in the desert.
Well, maybe I should farm some dyes for a bit.
Good luck with the salmon.
Yeah. Ah, god damn it. I hate when I go outside of the house and it's got me way off in the black void somewhere.
Yep, that's what it just did to me.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
I can't help
fish
it.
boys! Woo!
Fish boy.
Oh man, where'd you get this?
Fish boys! Fish boys!
I'm about to die to shit, dude.
Where'd you get that cape?
It comes
You
from
got that hit
the
from the Brotherhood.
yeah, it's
I
one of the
haven't beat
high level
main story
Brotherhood
quest, so
quests.
I can't get it yet.
Hey, you know what? It's not really fair that I have to be this low because I'm in a wheelchair. Can you guys all come lower?
No
Can
way.
you guys sit down?
I am sitting down.
You don't want to be. You don't want to get in
Let me
trouble
sit
for
on the
being
floor.
ableist, do you?
Yeah, if we sit on the floor,
Everyone sit
then you'll
down.
be higher. There you go.
You can't
Have a
guilt trip
nice
me.
little powwow together.
Basically, if you don't sit down, then you're hating on this guy in the wheelchair.
This is hate
That's
speech
fine.
that I'm witnessing. Somebody
That's
record
fine.
this and record him.
That's
What's
fine.
happening?
All you social justice warriors ain't got nothing on the fishy crew, Cran.
I'll cure you. Here.
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
I've
Cured.
You can stand
I've
up.
had enough
Try
of that.
standing.
Yeah, you can stand now. See?
We do the same thing.
Quantum cunt? So I'm pretty sure this is gonna end up being my stall. I don't know when these get like awarded. I want to say it's Sunday. Yeah. Oh, that's not what I went to. Alright, I gotta pop out of Discord 1 sec. Yeah, sorry. So, Mr. Panda, I kind of gave you a shorthand answer before. I was just in Discord. I didn't want to, like, be talking over people and whatnot. Yeah, the game's got a pretty active player base. I mean, this is about average for what you'd see in town. This is, like, lots of low-level characters. There's a few high-level people. One of the interesting things about this game is basically, so I've got fishy gear on right now, but for example, I'm a level 7 fisherman. I'm a level 20 warrior. I'm a level 16 rune mage. And I think I'm like a level 9 ranger and a level like 8 musketeer, maybe even 7. I don't know. So you can have like multiple subquests. So seeing like low level people doesn't necessarily mean that they are low level. They just might be on an alt. But yeah, I'd say like I keep an eye on the stats of who's online or how many people are online pretty frequently. Right now on a Saturday at like not quite peak time. There's about 136 people online. So that's like that's like pretty average numbers, I'd say. Like right now is a pretty average time. Peak, like absolute peak, would be like maybe 200 people online. No, you can't invite people to your house yet. Everyone has the same house. The house doesn't really have a social purpose for it just yet, but I can show you. So basically what you've got, since you guys are obviously kind of get an idea of what the game's about, when you come into your house here, you have different crafting tables. So you can see I've got like this stuff on the table here. This is a fishing lure table. So you grab and flip your chest into the air. You can do it either like tactically on it, or just, you'll see the circle kind of highlights up. That means you're within range to grab it. Makes things a little bit easier. So these are just different drops that come off of different creatures I've killed. So then you use those to catch different types of fish. I've got a collection of different fish in here that you can catch, and there's different areas you have to fish to catch them and whatnot. So anyways, to make lures, you would say I want an eye and a tongue. You go like that, then you hit finish and it makes you a lure with an eye and a tongue. So that'd be catching sunfish. Recipes for potions are a little bit more complex. I don't have anything in this chest, but it would show up on the table if I did, and it kind of behaves the same way. So you've got this compass thing, which right now doesn't really show anything because I'm in my house. It has a few functions. One is party chat. You see it turns red there. That's to sort of walkie-talkie to people. You can shake it and it will become a fellowship chat, which is like guild chat. And hit my button there. But if you flip it over, it opens up a book. They're putting in tabs this week into it, but right now it's kind of full of stuff. So you have different quests and things like that. These are all Tradu mines, which if you've been watching for a while, that's where I just was. We were just doing Mutated Worm, and before that we did Sentry. These are some different kill quests I've got left in here. I'm kind of at endgame, so like the quests I have are a little bit ridiculous. These are just some different spells you can find in the game. And these are different fish that I've caught. And so here's an example of like a recipe. So what you would do is you drop in the item. So let's say it's sour bells. I'd put a sour bell, and a sunfish to start it out. Then it's going to go through these temperatures. So it'll go blue, then turquoise, then green, then yellow, then red. So if you look at it, I would wait until it turns green, and then I'd add 2 pine cones and a ridgeback, and then it would go back to blue, and then it's going to go through the phases, and when it gets to yellow, I'm going to add spiral back 2 queen's ear, and then it'll turn blue again, and that's when I grab the bottle and dip it, and that would make me an Empowered Strikes potion. So I can go down into my basement, and over here in the basement, there's a shelf that you can put potions into, and I've got a couple fish scent attractor potions. Those, after sitting in here for quite some time, it depends on the potion, but those I think will take about a week. They'll become an aged fish scent attractor, so they'll be more effective. In here, if I put in tile sets, this is like artificing. They'll show up on the table here, and you make tile sets. What those tile sets mean is, so for example, on my sword here, I've got a tile set that is an F or a little cross thing and like the light symbol. That's going to basically be for a certain attack. So when I go left, up, left, right, left, up, left, right, if I do it at the right speed, it's going to trigger an extra little damage boost for me. And I've got a few different tile sets. They don't stack. I've got videos on artificing. It's kind of complicated, and I've got some complaints about it, but it's a thing you can do in the game. Basically how that works is you get recipes, just like you do for the potions, except these recipes are, so like for example, F, I would need Knight's Tear, Nahomium, Obsidian, and Grathorp. So if I look at my chest here, these are rocks you can find around the world. Here's Knight's Tear. I believe that one's Nahomium, Obsidian, and Grathorp. So you would put those into here, follow the recipe according to this, and when you bottle it, it kind of like it'll make it a tile for you. So yeah, then you would take those tiles, go downstairs, put them in your tile thing, and make a tile set, which you then apply to weapons. You have dyes you can find, and a few you can make. This orange dye on my hand is one you can make. This B dye is from one of the wilds areas, which is a PvP/PvE area. You have different rings, different types of gear for all the different classes, basically. What else can I tell you? All kinds of stuff. There's potion making, obviously. You can have different types of potions. For your gear with dyes, you have a primary and an accent. So this one's called B Orange. B is the primary, orange is the accent. I've been just kind of experimenting with it. B is pretty wild, so I thought it would be pretty fun to keep it active. You can sell goods and stuff through a trading system. You can also do it through a stall. You have to bid on them. And I won mine this month. This is the first time I've had a stall, so I won't really be able to talk too much about it until I think probably next week sometime. And then I'll take you over to Guild City. This is sort of like a beginner area, so there's like some low-level stuff you can kill in here and a few harvestables. There's NPCs around. None of them have anything for me because I've completed all the quests, but you go up to them, and to talk to NPCs, you just wave at them, and then it'll pop up the dialogue. Every time you see it kind of freezing up like that, I'm just going through a little loading zone. And there's a day-night cycle that is incredibly long. I want to say it's like 4 hours or something like that. So now that it's dark, it'll be dark for a while, most likely. So this is all, like, there's signposts and stuff, and there is a map in the game, but you have a compass you can use, or I'm walking around to it, but Guild City is like around here. I could teleport over there. I'm not going to do it right now because it's kind of a waste of a shard, but if you want, I will show you the spells for doing that kind of stuff. Basically, there are set runic posts set around the world, and those all have their own symbols that you have to cast. So the way that the symbols work is you have a zone symbol, and then you have a like specific post. So like say the desert area is the F symbol, and then whatever symbol to match with it, like say like an H with 2 lines instead of 1. There's a lot of like runic based stuff in this game, and actually I could probably show you some spells and stuff right now while I'm taking around. Like for example, this is going to be your Frost 2. That's Frostbolt 2. What's Frostbolt 1? I think Frostbolt 1 is like this, sort of like an M. I don't use this one this much, so I'm not really that great at doing it. Wow, hang on. There we go. So the lower level spells travel faster and further but do less damage. This would be Frost 3. Let's see if I can get it. This is the one people always complain about being hard. It is a really tricky spell. So I don't know if it's coming across as clear, but I'm doing an F that's like kind of flat, and then a dash line through it kind of thing. That one probably won't work, but that's like the 3rd tier spell. Usually I can get this one after a few, but today is not my day for spell casting, it seems. Anyway, so that would be Frostbolt 3, which travels slower but is more powerful. I guess I never touched on it before, but there is a talent system they just introduced. So basically, every 5 levels, you choose between one of the 2 talents, and they all kind of have a unique thing that they do. I mean, there's all kinds of spells. There's Pushback, which is a sort of knockback spell. I insta-killed that thing. Same with Firebolt. Oh. Come on now. That's Fireball 1. Fireball 2 is like this. Oh. The spell casting, I will say, is really unforgiving. But that's part of what makes it fun. So that's Fireball 2. And Fireball 3 is just like Fireball 2, except you put some circles on the sides, and then you make a loop around the back. You can kind of see that. I failed it. Fail at magic. Fail at life. Anyway, so you have stuff like that. You have things like Affliction, which is a damage over time spell. And there's a higher level of Affliction as well. Hang on. Let's cast that off and do a bigger one here. So that's Affliction 2. It has a slightly different sound, but you can fire that off and it'll do a damage over time on them. You can stack 3 damage over times. Yeah, and you know, this is the thing, as cap is 20 right now. I'm not sure if it's going to go up for a while. I wonder if I can get Firework. This one is just like a cosmetic fun spell. Some days I can get it pretty quickly and sometimes not. But the spells are all by memory. I mean, you can look them up and stuff, but you have to sort of like memorize the spells to use them. And there's like a few combo spells. They just nerfed Ice Lance, but basically you could combine a Frostbolt 2 with this, and then the Ice Lance does more damage against things that are already slowed. So you would basically freeze them to have a slow damage over time effect. Well, not really damage, but a slow effect against them. And when they have that slow effect, if you use Ice Lance, it would do more damage against them. But it just got nerfed a little bit, so it's not nearly as powerful as it used to be. I really want to get Firework now. Once you start doing it, you really want to get it. There's other like utility type spells like. Come on. Yeah, I'm not really doing great at spell casting today. I main as a warrior, so I'm just like a big dumb brute, you know? I've learned and successfully cast every spell in the game, but to be consistent with them is quite challenging. I'm kind of sloppy with a lot of my spells too, which doesn't help. This one took me forever to get, actually. That looks so good, it should work. Oh, fuck. Anyways, that's a light spell. What else is there? Fuck, there's all kinds of spells. So anyways, that's like that's like the mage. Warrior uses combos basically, and you have some stuff like shield dash and sword dash and shield bash. You have a skill that you get at level 20, which gives either a damage boost or a shield boost. Sword dash is basically you hold in trigger, and I'm not going to attack that guy, but you would let go of the trigger and it would dash you to him. You can use your shield and smash it into them and it stuns them. You have a horn for pulling aggro. And you can see the horn just went on cooldown. If I used my sword dash, that would put that on cooldown. Shield bash is there. This is my health, this is my shield, and I have a super bar that builds up over time. My super is I can immediately regain my shield by holding in both triggers. The mage has a powerful attack. What else is there? I mean, you have like the ranger has his own stuff he does. Pull your bow out, pull your arrow out, standard knock and pull. If you hold it back for a while, it does a charge shot. These orbs on the side, if you shoot from further away, you can get 2 or 3, depending on what your talents are that you have unlocked. But you'll get orbs that increase the damage. Then you'll see down on my belt, I have different arrows that I've selected. in here. I picked the piercing and poison arrows. There's also a spread arrow, a fire rain, and a darkness arrow. And you just basically, when you have your arrow out, use the grip button, grab a hold of it, and it works the same way that a regular arrow would. I haven't spent a ton of time in this class, but yeah. You have different rings, all these different abilities you get from armor and stuff. This is all top tier armor, so fuck off, X-Slayer. So you have physical defense, vitality. You can also get magical defense as a roll. Armor is a standard on this class. Vitality, all that jazz. These are kind of boss level rings. So they add critical strike, vitality, and wisdom. But your standard rings are just going to be like luck or 10 striking or 10 wisdom or whatever. And they all have their own, things that they do or whatever. Thank you, Mr. Panda. So yeah, this area is called Guild City. You can this is where you would found a fellowship at. So I've only got a handful of people in my fellowship because I paired out all the inactive people. So you would see your active fellowship members there. These are different friends in the friends list. If they're green, they're online. There's a messaging system, which for me, it has a lot of like bugs in it. This should actually be laying flat, and for most people it is. For me, haven't really figured out exactly what's causing that, but it's been reported to the devs, and hopefully they do something with it. So yeah, you got your backpack. This would be area, so clearly you don't see anyone in there now. If I close it and walk over here, you'll see X-Slayer, who's probably in my chat right now, and Cosmic Cart pop up. You can click on them. You can mute them. See, his hands are now visible. They weren't before. When you mute somebody, they can no longer talk with VoIP in-game, or you can't see their hands. See, they just disappeared. You can do invite to party trade. See, that's the light spell he just cast. And then if you come back over here, what I was going to get at when I said you can't invite somebody into your own player housing, this is a guild house, or fellowship as they call it in this game. To open doors, by the way, you just grab them and kind of swing them open and then like let go. They've already said they need to do a ton of work in here. It's really, really dark in here, and there's nothing really to do in here. There's a training dummy that doesn't work properly. Oh, it does for this, I guess. So you can see, this is actually good because I can show you this. So there I just did the wound combo, so it added a bleed effect to him. And you'll see it, you can tell what it is by what color it smashes. This one's kind of coming out with like a red starburst. If I do provoke, which is the aggro building attack, that would be left, right, up, and you see it does a purple splash there. There's a few other combos. Those are the two that people really use most of the time. These are just the different areas. So when you started watching me, I was probably, the maps are fucked up right now. I was probably in high step here. I left my house. I came down this path, and then you can see that map is kind of fucked up. It's supposed to be right here, but it's not. But then I came down here, went along this path, and into Guild City here. So you could kind of get an idea of how long it took me to walk along there, how big the game is, based on there being this whole area. So we just basically walked along here. There's all this other shit. Then there's a whole another area here in the jungle. You've got the desert area here. And if you come along to here, this is the opposite way. So we went down to Guild City this way, and it comes up along here and goes out to all these different places like the desert, the jungle. This goes out to Frosted Spit. So Frosted Spit is one area that doesn't have a map, but it's a whole page like this. And there's also the Lucian Plains and the Lamavoran Frontier, which are two more pages that don't have maps yet. So yeah, here's the other combos in there. Provoke I showed you was left, right, up. Wound I showed you is left, up, left, right. Hamstring is a slow effect, so it's up, right, left, up. So up, right, left, up. And that adds the hamstring effect, which is a slow effect. Cleave is an AoE attack. you can tell you've done a cleave because of the sound it makes, really. So right, up, left. That sound right there, it's a multi-target kind of AoE attack. Not really AoE, but like a spread attack in front of you. Enemies have they don't have a strict level. They have an indicator based on your level. So if you're level 16, you would see, and you saw a level 16 enemy, they would be pink. If you're level 16 and you see a level 17 enemy, they'd be red, 18, 19, etc. And then these would be levels below. Oh, fuck off, X-Slayer. X-Slayer is who we just saw outside in the game. He knows how to cast spells. He's being a fucking pylon. So yeah, I mean, there is a shit ton of stuff to do in this game. I'm at like 300 hours in the game, and I'm at endgame now, but I'm nowhere near at the end game that a lot of people are. So if you want an MMO that you can sink your time into, and that is good, there's a bunch of story quests and stuff, and they're adding in more story content in the next month. I highly encourage you to go check out, just do a Google search for OrbusVR blog, and you'll see a result that's X-Slayer. You'll see a result that wait, what did I just say? OrbusVR blog. That's what you want to search for, and you'll see a thing in their blog that references their roadmap. So the roadmap is going to tell you kind of what their plans are for releasing stuff, and they've actually stuck really true to their roadmap so far. So basically, in the next month, you can expect content every week, sort of. The major content obviously coming end of April, basically. So I'm going to show you how NPCs work here. This is a smith. You can repair gear and you can sell things to them. So you just wave at them and it pops up a dialogue. And then you pull and trigger to point and you can either repair or sell things. There's player stalls in here. People can sell goods, wares, any tradable items. Basically, anything other than like armor and weapons and stuff. That portion of the game is not in right now. So these are just different things you can buy. I have that much dram, and these are just different things you can buy, and you would just click on them and hit OK to buy. Dude, awesome, man. It's always great to be bringing more people into the game. I wish they had a fucking affiliate program for me. But yeah, if you see me in game, just reference you saw my stream, and if you got any questions, I can answer them. If not, just say hello. If I don't respond or anything, it might be because I have the game muted, like the dialogue in game muted. So don't take offense if I don't hear you. But if you do need any help, don't hesitate to ask me in game. I can easily help, or just hop in my stream and shoot me a question. I'm going to show you what one of these teleport pillars look like, and then we'll teleport to a different one, because I feel like you should kind of see that. There's a resurrection spell you can do, and there's a teleportation spell you can do. They technically call those rituals, and then the other stuff like fireball, that's spells. Rituals require multiple steps, so that's why they're a little bit different. Yes, I did. I have the Vive Pro on order. They say they're shipping April, but I don't really know about that. Okay, so this here is a teleport statue, basically. So they all have two symbols on them. And so this one, this left branching sort of double Y thing, is effectively it's talking about what we commonly refer to as like the central area here. Hang on. So this whole area, actually I'm not sure about these ones. Let me just double check on my notes here. I've got a little book of goodies that tells me my teleportation rituals. Yeah. Okay, so that is a different one. So basically, this entire area has a diamond for a symbol, and like that's the starting symbol. And if you look over here, hey, fuck off, get the fuck out of my shit. So up in here, this one, everything in this area is going to have that Y symbol. So basically, you're saying like area and then specific portal. So if I want to teleport here, those are the two portals I gotta know. I know a specific one for the desert. It's going to take me over to around about here. I'll show you that one right now. So how you do the portal is 3 steps. The first step is the initiation rune. That would be something like that. Nope, a little bit too wide. There you go. So that's your initiation ritual. This is when you would draw your 2 symbols. So the desert's first symbol is an F like that. So that shows me I got that. And that second symbol that I need that's going to take me to that specific place is that sort of double-sided H. And so it opens up this portal here that I can then walk into. So now I'm in a desert area. This is actually one of the few areas that has a particle effect of stuff blowing in the wind. Like dust blowing in the wind. So that's pretty cool. There's a few like low-level enemies in here that I could fight. I might die because I'm on my mage, but no, you know what? Fuck it. I'll put on my mage armor. Give me a second. My mage armor does not look nearly as cool. So when you're fighting, so this enemy is actually like an easy enemy for me because he's labeled as green. So I'm going to start with a fireball. Oh. If I can ever cast one. Wow. It is not a forgiving system. That's one thing about magic in this game. It is one of the most complex, unforgiving systems I've ever seen. So I'm going to start with the Fireball 2. That's what I just did. Then I'm going to do a Frost 2. Fuck me. I'm going to do an Affliction 1. And I'll do another Frost 2. And that was enough to kill him. I didn't get any XP because he was much lower level than me. But that's effectively how you would do mage combat. Ranger, you just basically shoot at them from a distance until they die. Let's throw in the warrior stuff so I can show you shield dash and sword bash. You can see when you switch classes, it drops your health down, so you can't like cheese that. Dude, I honestly, I'm with you 100%. They need to ease up on the magic strictness, but there is a sort of satisfaction with it that when you do successfully manage to cast high-level magic, it feels good. You feel like you earned it. Okay, so I've got my sword out, I got my shield out. I'm going to hold in the trigger, aim at that guy. I'm a little bit far away, there we go. So you can see as I'm holding in the trigger, he'll highlight. When I let go of the trigger with him highlighted, I'm going to dash over to him, and you'll immediately hear like a sound. That's my shield bash triggering, and you'll see that swirl on the left side disappear, or go into cooldown, I guess. So now I'm just going to trigger wound on him. You can see my... and then that's how he dropped loot. It'll just show up on the ground, and you can pick it up. I don't need that, but I can then take that. And so I can't sell this piece of weapon, like this weapon on its own. I have to dismantle it into a shard. So then I would take that shard, and that would be what I would sell for Dram, which is like their currency. Here's something I can harvest. I can grab my pickaxe, hit at that, and it'll give me some blade cactus, which will then go into my inventory. And you can see it says it's tradable. That's something I can sell. And yeah. Oh, fuck off, X-Slayer. I'm not showing you how to fish. I'm not doing it. But fishing is pretty straightforward and fun. I enjoy it. You put on the fishing rod, you equip which lure you want for specific fish, and you're good to go. I'm going to show you what aberrations look like. I'm going to throw on my big shield for this. So this up here is one of the 3 different wild zones. The wilds are like a PvP/PvE area. All of this area is PvE. This is a PvP/PvE area. So you can come in here and catch certain fish and gather certain materials that you can't get elsewhere, and fight certain enemies like aberrations, which drop high-level gear. But there is also the risk that you'll run into people who are gonna kill you and take your shit. And if you die while you're in here, everything you have that's tradable will drop. So for me, that's these 3 Rune Mage reagents, which every time you teleport or do a resurrection spell, this Rune Mage reagent, it'll consume 1 of them. So I would drop those and these 2 items here. So you got to kind of be careful. Potions as well would drop, things like that. So you do got to be a little bit careful when you come in here. So this up here is one of the aberrations. I'm gonna let him jump to me. He's gonna leap over to me, and then I'm just gonna kite him out. But he's with a whole pack of enemies over there, and if I attack him, they will all come with. So these are like the types of enemies that you do kind of need like a group of people to fight them, like 3 or 4 people minimum. And so I just took him to his kite range, and he gave up and went back. These ones aren't aggroing on me because they're... Oh, he did. I'm going to kite him because I don't have my DPS shield. So with Warrior, you have a choice between 2 shields. One's the DPS shield and one is the tank shield. You do so much less damage with the tank shield that when I forget to take it off, it's kind of like it's not even worth fighting because you can just take all the damage till they kite. You level up the same way that you do any kind of RPG, through doing things. Whether it's quests or killing or fishing or whatever, you'll level up whatever class you have equipped. Yeah, so basically what happens is in the wilds, if you drop your stuff, you just need to go back and pick it up. It's not like the end of the world. Durability, when you die, you lose a portion of durability. But if you go back to your grave where you died and walk up to your grave, it'll give you half of the durability you lost back. So it's not too unforgiving. So I'm out here in the desert, and I want to go back to High Step to my house. I can grab this little thing here and hold it. You can hear it making its noises. And after holding it for a few seconds, it will teleport me back to my house. It has about a 25-minute cooldown, I think. 20, 25 minutes, something like that. And it'll bring me back into my house. Yeah, so if you got any questions, just let me know. And if anyone except X-Slayer has a question, I'd be happy to answer. So right now I'm going to throw that blade cactus that I harvested into my stash here. These are all things that are going to go into my market stall when it unlocks for me in a day or 2, whatever it is. Probably Monday, maybe Sunday. I don't know. If it's unlocked tomorrow, that'd be cool. If not, whatever. So yeah, I'm like, I usually keep people muted in game here, but like, there's a guy I know up here. Let's go and chat with him. What's up, man? What's up?
Not much.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Sweet.
Got back on.
Yeah, I'm just kind of winding down for the day. We did a little bit of Tradu runs, and I got a couple pieces that were duplicates, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm just kind of running through some stuff from my stream, so I will talk to you later.
Right. See ya.
See ya.
Bye, stream.
Yeah, so that's kind of like I gave you basically the speed run gist of the game. Basically, you have. I didn't show you the dungeons, I guess. If you were in here earlier, you might have seen me doing the Tradu mines. That's basically you have a larger central like lobby almost with 4 dungeons coming out of it. And each one of those dungeons has 2 different bosses you can do. And each one of those dungeons gives you a guaranteed drop per day. So if you have 5 people in a party and you go into there, so these are all different Tradu wings. So let's say you have 5 people and you go into the Tradu lab. So you can go into Tradu lab and kill Sentry, then leave, or you can go into Tradu lab, kill Sentry, then go over and kill Mistkeeper. The Keepers are always much harder. They drop fragments, which I'll go into in a second. But if you have 5 people in a party and you go and you kill Sentry, then leave, then come back in, then kill Sentry, then leave. If you do that 5 times, kill Sentry 5 times and leave, every single person in the party will get a guaranteed drop. And those guaranteed drops in Tradu are like this kind of gear, this proto stuff. Yeah, I mean, you can... let me take a minute to step back here. There's also a few dungeons. There's a dungeon over in the Midlands, which is like this starter area. That's a level 8 dungeon. And that's like 5 people who are level 6 to 10-ish can go in there, and there's 2 bosses inside of there and a sort of mini boss, and you have a chance at good loot from those. Then in the jungle, you have a level 12 dungeon, which has same thing, a couple bosses. Actually, it has 2 bosses plus a third, like, sort of super boss, which is a little bit harder. Then in the desert, where I just was, there's an area in there that is a level 16 dungeon that has 2 bosses, but a whole ton of ads. And then Tradu would be your, like, sort of level 20 dungeon. There's 2 world bosses. They award unique rings and unique capes. And there's a 3rd world boss that is coming, is it like this week, next week, something like that. And they drop, not those. Those. So they drop these fragments here. So I got these 2 Skywalk fragments from doing the Potion Keeper. So basically, for this 3rd world boss, you got to kill Potion Keeper a few times until you get at least one of those fragments, and then do the same thing for each one of these other Keeper bosses. Then once you have all 4 pieces, you can then get into this next world boss. There's still a little bit of mystery surrounding that one because it hasn't released yet. And then Sanyel is the worm world boss in the desert. Elongat is the plant world boss in a secret location. But yeah, there's pets in the game. Most people don't keep them out because they can be sort of like a nuisance when you're in large zones and whatnot. But you can throw pet treats at them, and you can pet them, and you get a little haptic feedback in your controller, and they do that. If you throw them a little treat, they jump around. I don't have any pet treats on me, so. Then you've got like some quest items and things like that. What else is there in the game for items? I kind of talked about capes, but you can change out your capes. I mean, this one's sort of like bloody handprints. You can't look at your own cape, but you can see other people's, and so you know what it looks like, but it's kind of annoying that that's a thing. There's a pretty limited character creator. Each subclass has its own talents. I kind of mentioned this before. You pick every 5 levels which one you want. I went purely into the DPS tree. Yeah, there's like standard settings. There's locomotion can either be teleport or teleport and slide. I use slide most of the time. Some people get sick from it, but I like it because you can use slide while you're running through the open world or whatever. And then when you're in combat, it's often a lot easier to use teleport. You slow down when you're in combat, so you can actually use strafe to like walk around low-level enemies and like chop at them from the sides and stuff, which makes it good for finding hitboxes and whatnot. There's There's actually some different turning things. I just use like head look because I have the play space for it. If you only had a front facing setup, you can actually use like snap turns and smooth turns and stuff where you use touch pads to turn you. So it's a little bit more limited, but it is viable if that's what your setup is. There's a couple bug fixers. You can use these to go to the graveyard or to get yourself out of combat if you're stuck. This is if you're in the wilds, you can enable friendly attacks. The menu gesture thing is like whatever. It's just something to open your menu if you swipe down. I don't really like it. Basically what it is this. So you hold in trigger, point your finger, go like that. I don't like it because I'm always pointing around and doing things like for fun. You can mute your in-game audio. Most people in game use Discord, any of the serious players anyways, and just sort of like mute yourself in game. They did add some new VoIP stuff, but I don't really think it's got too many bugs right now. So yeah, that's basically the game. And I mean it's got a lot of content in it that will keep you busy if you like MMORPGs and you've been dying for a good one in VR. This is it. This is the best one that's out there. It's pretty much the only one that's out there. It has its quirks. I mean, it doesn't look super pretty. It's not the kind of game that you're gonna go and like, wow, look at these graphics. But it'll get the job done because of the immersion factor of it. I love that I can pull off my sword off my back and throw it in the air and do that and grab my horn and draw some aggro and then lay down a sick combo and my runes proc, showing that I'm, badass because I got runes. So I made a tile set and I can fucking, I don't know, it's just, it's fun. And like, there's mechanics to the boss fights. They're not just go in and chop. Some of them are a little bit less thrilling than others, but they all kind of have their own unique approaches that you need to follow. Whoa, now. I just kind of bugged out there. It's pretty easy to fix any bugs. I mean, there's destructibles on the table here, which is fun. I threw that plate out of my house. Oh. Come on. Pick it up. Ah, shit. Can't pick everything up, but I can throw these plates discus style out the window. See ya. Yeah, so I can't recommend this game enough. I love it. I play a shit ton out of it, and if you have a VR setup or you're thinking about getting a VR setup and wondering if there's games to play, this one's great. It's not a large community. As soon as you say VR, you've made it a niche market. As soon as you say MMO, you've made it even more niche. As soon as you say RPG, you've made it even more niche. So it is a smaller group of people playing it. And by smaller, I mean like if there's 1 million people who have VR headsets, there's 1,000 people who have this game. And of those 1,000, there's 100 to 200 playing kind of thing. I don't really know the exact statistics. I just know that active players, I keep an eye on it, and it seems to fluctuate between about 100 and about 200. Usually closer to 100, but it depends if you get on at peak times or not. So it is a niche game, but the people who play it love it, and they're active in the community. There's community events that happen. Lots of people who are high level will help out low level people. And I don't know, it's fun. It makes me feel the way I've always wanted VR to make me feel, where I sign on and I feel like I'm in this world, and like nobody really role plays in this game, but like it's like it is a kind of experience to step into your character because of VR, and it feels like a character. It doesn't just feel like, oh, I'm shooting guns, I'm using a sword, oh, VR is neat. There's an actual game, and there's a grind, there's min-maxing. Like for example, these gear pieces, So this chest plate, for example, has 495 armor. Every chest plate I get that's a proto piece is going to be 495 armor, but the physical defense could roll as physical or magical defense, and it can roll up to 100. I think that varies from armor piece to armor piece. It might be higher than that. 101, I think. And vitality can roll as well. So here I got some perfect shoulder pieces. These are a god roll shoulder piece. They're the best shoulders you can get in the game. And they rolled as physical defense, which I want. My helmet is not the Tradu helmet. This is from the desert. I got this from doing aberrations, but it's a perfect roll. And if you look at the difference, I mean, I'm losing out on a little bit of armor, but that's about it. So I was able to kind of choose what I wanted to roll with. But say I got a proto helmet that was magic defense. So I happen to have some stuff like that in here. Here, this proto helm has magical defense and vitality. It's 415 armor versus 410 armor. So I'd get an extra 5 armor, and I would be swapping physical defense for magical defense. But with a god roll, it might be worth it for me. And magical defense would be against things like the dots and like poison damage, things like that. But yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I recommend you pick it up. If you haven't and it's something you think you're gonna like, you should do it. But I'm done for the day here. If you're new to the channel, I stream just about every day. I stream this mostly. There's a few other things I dabble in. But I'd be happy to have you around. If you have any questions, just let me know. But I am out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow. Later.